What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. So today I want to try to help you to grow bigger delts. Now, you're going to have to promise that you'll trust the advice that I'm giving you. Because if you do, I am guaranteeing you that you're going to see results from what I'm telling you. Okay, now, I'm a big advocate of heavy overhead pressing. We work overhead pressing into everything we do. There's a value when you're training athletes to be better and more explosive at training overhead with heavier weights. When you're trying to grow bigger delts, specifically hypertrophy your delts, your heavy weights are likely going to be the enemy. The enemy because what happens is it invites the opportunity to substitute. And substitution is one of the biggest problems when it comes to growing bigger delts because the delts and the shoulders in particular will ask for help from everywhere. They'll ask for help from the low back to cheat a weight up. They'll ask for help from the legs and from the hips. They'll ask for help from your torso and your trunk to lean a weight up as you're trying to lift it. We don't want that. We want to direct what we're trying to direct into the muscle we're trying to train. What is the muscle we're trying to train? Well, specifically when we're talking about growing bigger delts from the side here, capped delts, you're looking at the middle delt. And the middle delt, you can see here, basically, as I trace it out, is not a very big muscle. It comes here, inserts right there on the upper arm, down and around and into there, right? This is what we're dealing with, right? So how do you train that? All you're trying to do, remember guys, when you're trying to get a muscle to contract, you're just trying to shorten it. It's long when it's down at the side, it's shortened when it's up towards the top. That's about all you got, all right? So all we have to do is figure out ways that we can do that. But you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to drop your ego significantly. That's not a heavy weight there. These are very light weights, and the sooner I actually realized this, the more willing I was able to kind of compromise that belief system, the faster my delts were able to grow. And this is in recent years too. So here's what we have to do. We gotta look at, I'm just gonna grab the lightest weight here to show you sort of what we're trying to aim to do. I want you guys to do this along with me. You don't even need a weight. The first thing in order to kind of feel what we're talking about and feel this muscle contract is to actually pull it up with a bent elbow, right? So that we're gonna take it to this position here, almost like I'm gonna try to like punch from here, all right? You can see, and I'm leaning forward slightly because we wanna make sure that that middle delt stays up towards the ceiling, not leaning too far forward and not facing towards the back. So we want to get that middle delt here facing towards the ceiling. So that means we have to angle our torso a bit forward. I've covered that before. So now if we bring our arm up into this position, I should feel a tightening and a contraction right there. And you should feel it right now too. If you don't, you probably are seriously lacking that mind-muscle connection that's valuable when it comes to actually getting that muscle to respond. So from here, with that contraction being felt there, now you want to be able to extend that arm out without losing that contraction. Straight out, long, as far as you can. I'm trying to reach Jesse even though he's at least another foot away from me. Right? And I hold that. And now from here, I want to be able to just go up another inch or two to there. And I can feel that lighting up this area right here. And you can see as I come down, all the work being done by the muscle. Here, working, squeezing, out, straight out, squeezing. And then as I come down, you can see that muscle working. This is a 5-pound dumbbell. And I swear I felt that a lot. The idea is the substitutions are killing you in what you're trying to do. If I try to get the dumbbell, if I know that the goal is to bring that dumbbell and get it out to the side here, right? Slightly turned up, none of that poor the picture is good nonsense, guys. The thumb is higher than the pinky. And with the torso being leaned forward, I know that I'm gonna have that middle delt, again, exposed straight up against gravity. If I'm in that position there, how else could I get the dumbbell up? If I wanted to, I could start to lift, and then I could do this, which we see a lot of guys do. That. Well, what's happening there? I'm getting some abduction, which is the role of the middle delt, and then I get external rotation to get it up to the top. Now that external rotation is a bad thing, but when you're trying to direct all the force into the middle delt, you don't want that. So you don't want external rotation. The other thing that happens is I get it to here and I can't get it any further, so what do? I lean in the opposite direction. By leaning the torso, I'm not even moving my arm into any more abduction, I'm just leaning the torso and getting it up higher. That's another substitution. The biggest and most popular substitution that people make that's wrong is they involve the trap. We call it the traps trap, because what happens is I get it to here, And now I can't really get it up anymore. I don't have any more strength to get this up. My middle delts are actually far weaker than you think they are. So what I do is I start to shrug it up, right? And just by shrugging and involving the traps, I'm bringing this dumbbell higher, but really compensating, artificially bringing that dumbbell higher, not because the delts did any more work. So what you need to do is you need to make the delts and force the delts to do the work they're supposed to do. So for me, I actually would probably train with a 10. And all I'm gonna do is, again, I can either stick with that activation drill that I showed you, or I can just try to stay straight the whole time. So I get a little lean forward here, I get my thumb higher than my pinky, and I'm just gonna try to extend my arm as straight as I can, slow repetition, straight out to there. Once I think I'm up there, I hold, I go another inch or so up, and then down. Now, if I really wanna keep this work going, I don't bring it all the way down to here, I stop about here, keeping the tension on, I bring it right back up again, initiating every second from the delt. And another inch, and then down. And up again. Down just a little bit here, maybe come back up again. And then down. 10 pounds. The problem is this, guys, your delts aren't as strong as you think they are. All that overhead pressing is utilizing a lot of other areas, a lot of the kinetic chain to help you to do that. And that's a great thing. Again, athletically, that's a great thing. But when we're trying to get hypertrophy, inefficiency is where you want to go for. You want to make this movement as inefficient as possible. Make the delts do all the work, take away all their help, and they will respond. And they will respond with a lot lighter weight than you think. I guarantee it. Just do this, guys. Do it in this step. I promise you, you'll see fast gains from doing this. And again, without much more than just a lot of focus, all right? So I hope you found the video helpful, guys. If you're looking for programs where we build in the science and the technique, because technique matters. It changes how you do things. It's not just the exercise. A side lateral is not just a side lateral. It's how you do it that matters the most, as we just evidenced, as you will as well. All of our programs incorporate all that detail because, as I said, it matters. You can find them over at ATHLEAN-X.com. In the meantime, if you haven't already, guys, make sure you click subscribe and turn your notifications so you never miss a video when I put one out. And let me know what else you want me to cover in the comments below, guys. I'll read them, and I'll try to give you what it is you want to see. All right, guys, I'll be back here again soon, just a couple days. See ya.